So, what is the meaning of life? I mean, this is the golden question that has been asked for generations, and yet no one knows how to answer it. Like, honestly, what even is the meaning of life? Well, from my experience, I found that there really is no universal answer. Like, I can't just give you an answer and, that's it. That's the meaning of life, right? It's different to everyone that you ask, and it's pretty similar to a lot of people. Right? Like if you were to go on the street right now and just ask like 10 random people, what is the meaning of life? They would probably say, like happiness, wealth, freedom, whatever, right? I mean, pretty generic answers, but I mean, they're not wrong though. Like I'd say that they're like half right. It's about half of the meaning of life right there. They're somewhat true, but they just don't paint the full picture. Like I'm pretty sure you don't just wake up and think freedom. Like that's my meaning today. It's just freedom. Because we all know that's true freedom is never possible. We all need to work for money. And if you have a job, you're not free. Even if you're the richest man in the world, I mean, you still have to do something to get that money. Unless you have infinite money and, nothing is ever really an issue, then yeah, you're completely free, but that's never going to happen. All right, so back on topic. What is the meaning of your life? It's a tough question to answer, and I'm sure you've asked yourself at least a couple times in your life, especially when you're feeling really lost, and your answer has probably changed over time. This is what I mean by it's not universal. The meaning of life also changes as you get older, right? I mean, think about when you were a kid, when you were like, let's say 10 years old. I mean, the meaning of your life was probably just to get as much enjoyment as possible from waking up to going to bed. It's very simple. You had a very simple life. You had no major responsibilities. So yeah, I mean, your meaning was very different. But now let's fast forward to an adult, right? I mean, you're probably an adult right now, or you're very close to being an adult. Things have changed. You have responsibilities now and you can't just do whatever you want. I mean, at least not for long periods of time. I mean, yeah, you could choose to play video games for like 6 to 8 hours a day, but everything has consequences and it's going to catch up to you. But here comes the key to the whole video. You created your meaning in these periods of your life without maybe even realizing it. But that's how it's supposed to be done. It's really easy to think that life has no meaning since we have to create it for ourselves. I mean, I'll take myself as an example. I felt pretty lost up to at least the last year or so, because at that point I had created a concrete meaning for myself, which is making YouTube videos and helping other people. Now, I know it sounds pretty goofy to say that, oh, making YouTube videos, that's my meaning of life. And I mean, yeah, that does sound pretty weird. But the thing is, my life has actually gotten better since I created like this meaning for myself and I started really putting myself out there here on this channel. Like, I'm not exaggerating that. I honestly feel happier knowing that I've created my own meaning. And if you feel lost in life, you literally just have to go and grab life by the horns and you kind of have to direct it the way that you want it to go. You can't just let someone steer for you unless you're okay with that, but most people are not. It's very similar to finding your why, and I already made a whole video about that previously, but this is more on like an existential level. Almost like a why do we exist type beat, but I don't want to get too deep into that. But it's important that we make the most of the short life that we have on Earth. So now to kind of retrace a bit, when I asked you what's the meaning of your life at the beginning of this video and you didn't have a solid answer for me, then my advice to you is honestly really simple. Go out and create your own meaning, because if you don't do that, then somebody else will do it for you. Damn. Really something to think about.